Hi everybody, Matt back with you. Happy New Year. Today I'm up at Gravestones graveyard in Todmorden. I seem to be here every other day at the moment, searching for graves and researching. This might be the last time for a little while. Not too long ago I was up here, in fact I think it was New Year's Eve, and a member of the Todmorden Past and Present site on Facebook requested to know about a grave, so I came up here and found it, and then Todd, who runs the site, came up and completely cleared it. So that grave there was completely covered in brambles just a few days ago, and now it's clear. However, whilst we were up here, Todd mentioned about another grave that asked if I knew about it. It was this one. Gravestone is a little bit of a mess at the moment. So just down right at the bottom end of the graveyard is this stone. Stone for Anastasia Baluk. So I didn't know about this grave, but apparently there was a poem by Ian Emberson, and it's called At the Grave of Anastasia Baluk, which is of course the title of this video. And I looked up the poem by Ian Emberson, and what we think is he sat here, or he was doing what I do, looking around, looking at graves, saw this particular one and felt moved to write a poem about it. At the Grave of Anastasia Baluk by Ian Emberson. Anastasia and the sad snow falling, a toiling sky and a long white line of hills, a distant birthplace, short span and early dying. Pain from what heaven sorrowed your slope of life. Through valley's throat run double veins of water, feverish river, somnolent canal, the vein of the metal rail and the trundling roadway. Bloodstreams of human needs, of human growth, cell touches cell in poignant spasmed loving, cell split and flourish, filling the warming womb. Limbs open out with fingers, flexing, twitching. A body grows and a tiny mind awakes. 33 years, dates only tell of happenings. Those limbs endured, that spirit underwent. What was the tale, and what was the final chapter that led to this skull in the earth and the white snow falling? So the question I then asked at the end of the poem was, did Mr. Emerson get his answer? I'm not sure quite how old the poem is, but maybe back then there wouldn't be such things as ancestry, or maybe even not the internet. I just don't know quite how old that is. So we looked up what happened to Anastasia Baluk, and this time it was thanks to my usual gravestone researcher Holly Burgoyne, who came up with the answer. Anastasia was a Polish Ukrainian blanket maker living at Commercial Street in Todmorden with her 2 children. Sadly, Anastasia was the victim in a lorry accident. The man initially charged with the accident was milk lorry driver John Graham from Mixenden. Mr. Graham was driving through London on foot and overtook a stationary bus. The driver of an oncoming British Road Services lorry had to swerve to avoid him. The lorry crashed into the front of the shop and the driver thrown from the cab. Mrs. Baluk was a passenger in the cab and was found laying dead across the engine. She had just been given a lift by the lorry, which was against regulations, after being picked up at a nearby bus stop. Mr. Graham was cleared in court of the charges against him. Ian Emberson is now buried himself at Crossstone. He passed away a few years ago. His gravestone is in the very newest part of the graveyard. Because there are new graves there, I won't film there today. So there we go. That is just a look at the story of Anastasia Baluk, answering the question that was asked in the poem. So thanks again to Holly for her research, and to Todd for finding it, and for Todmorden past and present for letting me post my Todmorden related videos on here. Sometimes they're not always happy ones, but I hope you've enjoyed this one, and we'll see you over the course of 2024. Take care.